So over the last couple weeks, the vlog content's been a little bit more low-key, a lot of stuff in the office, more meeting stuff. And a lot of that has to do with the ebb and flow of the production process. We spent a ton of time throughout the end of July and into August out on shoots, traveling and all that stuff. But now we're back into post-production mode where we just spend a lot of time here in the office. Ramping up into the fall and even into the winter, we have a lot of other traveling scheduled. We have Memphis, Tennessee on the books, San Francisco. We have an Ankeny, Iowa shoot, which is a quick shoot. And then a couple shoots up in Minnesota that we'll be going to all over the course of the next few months. So we'll have a lot of learning experiences that we will be learning from that we are really looking forward to sharing with everyone on the vlog.
On my grind, yeah. Trying to define the winding road inside my mind, yo. I've been on my grind, yeah. Like you don't see the time I'm spending trying to make this smile. Oh, I've been on my grind.
You're worried about longevity with the idea of if someone leaves and goes and works somewhere else. I would say the best way to get around that is to have an actor play that role.
Oh, okay.
And just that way you never have to worry about that person leaving because, yeah, it's one of those things. I know you lose a little bit of that personal side of it of like, there's that face that you could actually see when you come in here, but it makes it so it doesn't date the commercial if that person leaves or if something like, it smooths it out that way. So, and if they're talking to the camera, they're already trained to deliver to the camera. So they're already gonna be good at that. We reach out to people that kind of fit that general demographic of what we're looking for. So we can definitely line that up.
Should we use actors like...
Only way I make it if I never give up. But can I ever live up? Man, I fall all the time. Why do I have to get up? Couldn't I just turn to a 9 to 5 playing Xbox Live instead of wasting time on my grind? Nobody but my wife sees all of my lines, all of my hustle and all of my mind, and all of my struggle and all of my pride. Friends talking about days off. I dream of a couple minutes, but I can't complain about.
You need to hire people to fill the needs, fill the gaps in your workflow. And so we've needed to branch out. And over the past few years, I have worked with Zach and the Pixel Labs team remotely. There have been a lot of shoots that Zach and I have worked on over the years, going from capturing video via DV tape and having to ship DV tapes back and forth, or having to ship SD cards, then gradually having to ship multiple hard drives for a project as file sizes grew and grew and grew and grew. Luckily for us, we now have the ability to simply just transfer data remotely via the internet. With Cedar Falls' wonderful Cedar Falls Utilities internet, as well as my internet in Iowa City, I can work from my home as if I am here in the Pixel Labs office. Another benefit to that is I was able to come up for the day, work within the office without skipping a beat. The biggest thing to keep in mind when you're working remotely is to determine what your needs are. So, for example, with Pixel Labs, it's simply just transferring just infinite amounts of data monthly and have it be done accurately. And that's the key part, is if we're spending time troubleshooting whether or not something is synchronized, then that's time that we can't work with the customer. That's time that we're not editing. That's time that we're not coming up with new ideas. It's time that we're not focusing on what we need to do. And that translates well with any industry. Focus on what your needs are.
Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect is something that we kind of started a couple years ago because we found ourselves really spending a lot of time on projects, and the projects were already good enough, or they're already exceptional projects, but there's like little things that we were trying to tweak that we thought were making them perfect. But really, if you think about the idea of perfection, doesn't really exist. There's always those next projects to improve our skill sets on. So one of the things we started doing is really focusing and emphasizing the idea of done is better than perfect, and getting projects out the door and then focusing on the next project to improve our skills. Now that doesn't mean that that project is less important than the next or anything like that. It just means that if we were to stick on that one project and not let it go, even if it wasn't perfect to us, we would never get on to the next project. We would never finish other projects. So it gives us an opportunity to move forward and grow as producers, and kind of use a different atmosphere to improve those skill sets. This concept of done is better than perfect can really apply to anything, really. The idea that a dancer isn't perfect in their routine or whatever, just anything, if you strive for perfection, you're never going to get anything done, because you're never going to feel like what you are doing is perfect. And it's really going to cripple your ability to grow as a person and really get anything done in an efficient manner.
I've been on my grind, yeah, trying to